Hey everybody, welcome back to Zesty Thoughts. This is episode 6. I'm back on my own for this episode, no guests. But I hope y'all enjoyed the episode with my two besties, Amy and Rocky. We had a blast. We were just gabbing, chilling, had some hot button issues and stuff. But anyway, so to start off the episode strong, I am going to rescind my statement on the Trader Joe's that I go to. I said that the parking lot was chill. And it absolutely is not. The road rage that ensued today was like out of this world. I was like this close to like a random Tesla hitting me. It was like insane. So yeah, I take back that statement that the parking lot is more chill, because the last few times that I've been there, the last few weeks, it was like dangerous. Like I was like, oh, okay. So I take that back. The parking lot is just as bad as any other Trader Joe's parking lot. Maybe in fact worse. I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of things that kind of obscure drivers' views in the structure, because it's like, or in the garage, because it's like there's like you enter down and then you have to like go around to like the second row, but there's like concrete like poles and like beams in the way. So yeah, I was like waiting for this girl to walk through the parking spot that I was going to park in and like turn this like concrete like wall corner to get to her car. And like I had like started to pull in, but then I saw her, so I stopped. And then a Tesla was like oncoming, and they just like sped up because they saw that like I was waiting, like that I stopped pulling in. And like, so I had to honk because like the girl was coming around the corner and she was going to step out right where the Tesla was driving. So I had to like lay on my horn, like, dude, there's a person coming. There's a reason that I'm stopped here. I didn't just stop in the middle of the road for nothing. So I take back my statement. The parking lot is just as crazy. I don't know. The Silver Lake Trader Joe's parking lot is also pretty brutal. That's like where I used to go with my boyfriend when he lived in that area. And yeah, that one's insane. There's like a light there that like it turns to like a red flashing light, and it's like a stop sign. So people don't realize that you can just like go. So they'll just stare at the red light and just sit there, and you're like, go, like you can go now. When a light flashes red, it's a stop sign. That means you can go. You just have to like yield, you know? But anyway, okay. So update from episode 5, I was talking with Rocky and Em about how I had not seen Fleabag season 2. I have since seen Fleabag season 2. And let me tell you, they were not lying about Andrew Scott's character. That had me clutching my pearls. I was like, what on earth? The writing was insane. It was so good. And the ending of season 2 had me like so bittersweet. I was like, okay, so where's season 3? And Rocky's like, yeah, they're not going to have a season 3. And I was like, what? Like, there's no season 3? Why? I just fell in love with the show so much, and I get why Phoebe Waller-Bridge like wouldn't want to have another season. I think she did close it off on like a really nice note. I can see how there's closure. It's not like I'm left wanting to know the end of the story, but like kind of like I feel like the character could really blossom and like evolve, and it would have been so cool to like see where her life goes and stuff. So I'll just be like dreaming for the rest of my life and imagining what would have been. But it was so good. And now I want to go on like an Andrew Scott rabbit hole. So if anybody has recommendations, put them in the comments. I don't even know where to start. I know he's been in a lot. And honestly, I don't even remember off the top of my head if I've like really seen him in anything else. Like maybe I have and I just like didn't like recognize that it was him, or I don't remember that he was in it. But yeah, if you have recommendations for anything that Andrew Scott is in, let me know and I will be on that so fast, because it was great. I mean, he's an amazing actor. Like his comedic timing, and it was really good. So it makes me want to see more of him in comedy, but I know he has like a lot of like serious roles, and I've heard that he's like a villain in something. My neighbor was like, yeah, watch Sherlock. He's good in that. So maybe I'll watch that next, and then y'all can recommend anything else in the comments and I'll like explore that. Oh my gosh, I have a story. Last night I went to bed like around midnight, and I had my alarm set for 7 a.m. because I'm training right now I'm going to do a 10K with my friend in September, and then maybe a half marathon. But I don't know. I have to figure that out. I need to plan that out and plan my training. But either way, I'm running pretty consistently, and it is like hot out here. So I've been waking up a little bit earlier so that I can get my run in outside before it heats up. Cause I used to like running on a treadmill a lot, but I'm starting to like not like it because there's no like wind, like it's kind of monotonous. So I'm going to start. So I've been running earlier. So I had my alarm set for 7. And let me tell you, there's nothing more terrifying than like waking up with like an entire limb asleep. I literally woke up out of like the deepest sleep of my life, and my entire left arm from like my shoulder down to like every fingertip was completely numb and dead. And I was like, I felt it kind of tingling. So I like picked it up. Dude, it literally flopped like a fish. Like I had no control over it. It was like the scariest thing ever. And that's happened to me before, but like not my entire arm. I feel like that's like happen from like the elbow down, or like maybe just my hand or something. But dude, it was my entire arm, like straight up from like my armpit down. I was like freaking out, and it was 4 a.m. and I was like half asleep. I was like, what's going on? Is this real? Is this a dream? Like, so I literally had to use my other arm to like pick up my arm that was asleep and like shake it and like wiggle my fingers. But like, I didn't even like, I just had no control. I like didn't know how to even, I was down bad, y'all. I was half asleep too. So I was just like, this is like, why, And then once the feeling came back in it was like pins and needles and like tingly. Then I was like, okay, I can like relax now and go back to sleep. And I couldn't fall back asleep. So I don't know. I probably was awake for like another 30-40 minutes or something. And then I passed out again. And then I slept through my alarm at 7, and I didn't wake up till like 8:40. And I was like, great. So there goes my early wake up time, but it's okay. I just went to the gym instead. So it is what it is. But yeah, that is like the scariest thing in the world. Like when you literally can't feel your arm and you're like, oh my gosh, or like anything. Like if that's happened to like your foot or something, like, dude, that's the freakiest thing ever. Like it's such an enigma. And I think it was just like a pinched like nerve, like I like had cut it off or something. But dude, like that's scary. At least I like woke up out of my deep sleep to like fix it, because I Googled it. I was like, because I couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, well, I'm awake. I might as well Google like what this phenomena is. And apparently it's like, it's like usually just like a pinched nerve or something, like from your sleep posture, like what position you're in. And I was like, well, that's weird, because I was like laying flat on my back, and I think maybe I just had like my shoulder in a weird position. I don't know. But one thing that I saw online that was talking about like when that happens is that it's like really dangerous if it happens and you like were drinking prior. Like if you fall asleep and you were like pretty drunk or like pretty inebriated, and that happens to like a body part of yours and you don't like wake up, it can cause like permanent damage. And I was like, great, lovely. Like just the thing that I wanted to learn about the human body, just the fun fact that I needed to know. Now I'm not going to be able to like unhear that and unknow that. So that's great. But yeah, it was really, really insane, and it was freaking me out. And I was like, great, this is like the most wonderful thing to wake up to at 4 a.m. I would prefer my cat meowing in my face, which is like normally what happens early in the morning. That's usually what wakes me up, and like it irritates me. But now I'm like, I would rather have that than my entire arm numb and like me not be able to like control it. That's literally crazy. And I was like panicking. It was like nuts. But anyway, so I have a few hot takes. My main one, and I'm sure this is like, there are two types of people, or many different types of people when it comes to this kind of thing. But like, it is of my opinion that if something can be Googled, like just Google it. Normalize Googling things. When I'm in a conversation with someone and we're both like, oh, I don't know, like, oh, I don't remember, blah, blah, blah. Like, just look it up. And like the people that like don't pause the conversation for me to look things up. Like I have to look things up. If we're talking about something and neither of us know the answer or know like a person or whatever, a fact about literally anything in the conversation, I have to stop the conversation and look it up. I'm sorry. That's like a hill I will die on. I literally can't. And I don't know. I feel like people think it's like rude, or maybe like I get that vibe from people sometime that I'm like, oh no, like I actually need to know. Like I can't physically continue on with this conversation until I know the answer to what we were talking about. Like it does matter that much. It's like life or death. I just don't get how people can just be like, yeah, I don't know, whatever, who knows. No, ma'am. No, sir. I can't relate. I gotta know the answer. I don't know. And I'm like, is that like, I like thought about it. Like, I was like, is that like a bad thing to like always need to know something? Like to always know the answer to something? Is that like a problem? Like maybe it's like normal for us to like not know things. And that's just like a technological advancement that we now have access to like basically all information ever at our fingertips. And I'm like, I paid how much for this phone? Like I'm going to use it. I'm going to Google things and I'm going to find the answers to things. But I see how it could be like kind of problematic. Like, yo, it's okay to like not know something and just move on. But yeah, I wish that could be me. I wish that I could just get over it and like keep going in the conversation or like change the subject. Like, I don't know, but I have to know the context of things. Gotta know it. So for future reference, if we're ever in conversation and I have to Google things, or if I'm ever recording an episode and I have to look something up, thank you for waiting and being patient, because my brain will not let me continue on if I don't. I don't know if that's really like a hot take, but like I feel like people don't care, and I'm like, I care. Like I have to know these things. So I don't know. That's like kind of a hot toddy take, but like kind of not. I don't know. I don't really have any like out of pocket student quotes this week. I have some like cute little things. Like I have one of my students, she knows that I like frogs. Like she saw my wallpaper on my phone was like, I change my wallpaper all the time, like depends on my mood. But one of the pictures I have is like this little frog holding like a banjo, like a tiny one in someone's hand, like a miniature one. It's like photoshopped or something. And she saw it like light up on my phone one time and she was like, silly frog, you know? So we were talking about frogs and she knows it's like a running thing. I think most of my students know that I like frogs because I have like stickers and stuff on my my binder at work. So it's like a known thing. And one of my students, she's so cute, like 2 lessons in a row, she brought me like little pictures of frogs that she drew. And one of them, I have to take a picture and like insert it here. I will do that. One of them was like a frog that she drew with like, it was like me as a frog and then like her as a frog. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then I think the other one is just like a big frog drawing, but it's adorable. I'll take pictures of both of them and then I'll put them like here so you can see, because literally it's just the cutest thing ever. Just like when I'm having like a rough day or I'm kind of tired or I'm like a little burnt out or whatever, it's just like the best reminder that like, hey, I'm making an impact. Someone cares. Someone appreciates me. Someone loves me. Someone likes me, you know? And she like she started giving me hugs more recently. She's such a, I'm like, oh, I'm a hugger. I'm like, if the parents are cool, like we can hug, you know? So she comes up to me like every lesson. She sees me twice a week and she gives me hugs now. I'm like, oh, so cute. These little kids are adorable. So yeah, I don't really have any like out of pocket things, but maybe the drawing will be kind of cute and out of pocket when you see it. Like it's just funny. So I don't know. I haven't had any like chaotic things happen. I feel like in the last few weeks. I was also off work for a week. Like the school that I work at was closed for like the 4th of July that week. So I didn't really experience anything crazy or out of pocket, but that's okay. It's kind of a good thing. Okay. So what is Zesty thirsting for? There's a few things, that one thing that I am thirsting for that I love. And then one thing that I'm like, I can't decide if I like it or love it or hate it. But the first thing that I'm thirsting for is the show Smiling Friends. Rocky showed me this show last week when I was staying at her place, and it's literally insane. Like I was cackling out loud watching the show, just like in disbelief. And and it's insane. I'm obsessed with it. I just want to like, I want to watch. I don't know how much of it we watched. I think we watched like the whole first season or something, but I need to continue on because it was outrageous. It's like the craziest and funniest thing I've ever seen. I was just in disbelief the whole time watching it. And I feel like if you are into like weird kind of like, it's like Adult Swim too. So if you're into that kind of humor, you're gonna freak out with the show. Like I remember like two or 3 weeks ago when Rocky stayed here, she showed me the first episode and I was like, what is this? Like, what is happening right now? It's just like, it's just so ridiculous. So if you haven't seen Smiling Friends, go watch it. It's literally insane. Like I have like basically no words. It's hard to describe it. You just need to watch it. If you're into like adult comedy or like adult cartoon kind of like animated comedy shows, you're going to eat this up. It's like insane. I need to watch the rest of it because every episode just has like little nuggets and one-liners and you're just like, like my jaw is just dropped like half of the episode. Like, oh my gosh, you know? So it's really funny. Okay, and then the other topic I had regarding like what I'm thirsting for, I don't know that it's really something that I'm thirsting for because I can't decide if I like it or hate it. Carrot sticks. I feel like carrot sticks are just like one of those foods that like when I am in like my carrot stick era, it's like I eat them every day and I buy them like a bunch and I just like snack on them and it's like a yummy healthy snack. And I just eat a ton. And then I kind of get carrot stick ick. Like, I don't know what it is. And I like can't look at a carrot stick for like another 4 months. You know, it just has to be like a phase for me cyclically. Like I'll maybe have 1 or 2 carrot stick phases a year. And then when I'm out of that phase, like don't show me a carrot. Like I don't want to look at a carrot. Like it's disgusting to me. And I feel like it's kind of the same with bananas, except bananas to me, it's just like, it's just something healthy that's convenient to bring around because it's like already in its own packaging. So you don't have to do anything with it. You just like rip it off the bunch and take it on the go. But like, same with carrot sticks. I just like don't know if I like bananas or not. I feel like it's kind of just a food that I like force myself to eat because I know it's healthy. I know it's like good for me. It's going to give me a little bit of energy. It's got some potassium. It's kind of just like a functional food. I feel like a lot of foods are to me just functional. And maybe it's because I'm trying to, you know, be balanced and make sure that I have like good nutrients and I'm eating iron and I'm eating omegas and like things like that. So there's a lot of foods that I eat that are like, it's just out of pure necessity for my body for fuel. And I don't know. I mean, there's obviously ways that I can like make them more enjoyable. Like I can dip carrots in hummus and then it's like a little bit more tasty, but it's still a carrot stick, like, you know? And same thing with bananas. Like I can like have it with peanut butter, but it's like still a banana. I don't know. I feel like there's like when there's a food like that that's like healthy and good for you and it's raw form, but it's just kind of mid and you're just like not into it. I feel like the only way to like make it any better is to like make it into like a cake or like a bread or something. Like banana bread, 10 out of 10. I could eat it every day. I could eat it 3 meals a day every day. Carrot cake, delectable. I could eat it every day for dessert. I don't know about 3 meals a day, but like carrot cake is just bussin'. Like it's so good. And I feel that a lot about a lot of like fruits and vegetables. Actually, no, I like most fruits, but banana I feel like is kind of, I just feel like it's a lazy, like, it's so basic, banana. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of a hot take. I feel like a lot of people die hard for bananas. Also, my banana has to be like that start of like the phase where it gets a little bit speckled. No green. I can't have a banana with any green present. Like that, I won't enjoy it. I know I'm just going to force myself to finish it. And admittedly, sometimes I'll open a banana like that and eat like half of it and be like, I can't finish it. And then like, I feel bad if no one's there to like eat it. Like I'll just throw it away. Like I can't bring myself to eat bananas that have any green on them at all. So I usually have to wait until they're like starting to be speckled. And then I run the risk of them getting too ripe. And then if they're too ripe, I also don't want to eat them. But then I can make banana bread. So I don't know, maybe I just need to get really good at, like, I need to perfect a banana bread recipe, like a quick one. So if my bananas go a little bit too far, if I let them go too far, then I can just whip it up. Maybe like a microwave. You know, people do those like microwave cakes. Maybe I could try that. I'm going to try that. I'm going to write that down, put that on my to-do list of things to attempt. That way I don't waste the food, because I don't like wasting food. Like, I've even been pretty good, like, recently since we moved into this new place, of like separating my like food waste, and I put it in like a compostable bag in the freezer. And then once the bag's filled up, we just put it in the green bins outside. So I've been like trying to be more aware of my food waste and like not wasting a lot of food. But if something happens to go bad and I compost it, it like makes me feel like a little bit better that like maybe it's going to go towards something good, and not just like end up in a landfill collecting whatever, what is it? Carbon, or I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean? Contributing to greenhouse gases, like food in a landfill is like a no-go, just like really, really bad for the environment. So I guess it's just like whatever you can do to contribute. And I guess that's my way of contributing. But yeah, green bananas, can't do them. Carrot sticks, love, hate them. Right now I'm in a carrot stick era and I'm eating them every day. When the bag is gone, I'll probably be like, don't let me near a carrot for like 6 months. Although I can have carrots like in things. Like if carrots are like in a salad maybe, or like stir fry, I can mess with that for sure. I can mess with carrots in that form, like cooked carrots. Actually, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm okay with cooked carrots like on a monthly basis, maybe even a weekly basis, but like raw, like shredded and cooked. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. But like whole chunks of carrot, even cooked, I'm like, ugh. Raw, it depends. They got to be like really cold and super like moist and like, they're like thirst quenching when they're like that. But I can't do that all the time. Can't get into it. All right, y'all. I think this is going to be a short and sweet episode this week. I'm trying to see if I can get a friend on for next week, but I will keep y'all updated. I'll post a little teaser if I record with a friend. We'll see. If not, it'll just be me, and hopefully I'll have some crazy things to tell y'all about my week. I have some fun things planned this weekend, so I hope that you do too. And if not, just like have fun rotting. Just rot and like chill in bed and rot in the heat. And have fun if you are going to be out on the town. It's summer. So enjoy your weekend and stay safe and stay cool, because it's getting hot out there. And I hope that you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.